Hello there, YouTube. I'm Buzzard Emerson, and I'm here today to share with you, to the next generation, some of the knowledge that I have gained over the last 25 years of studying the Japanese language. Now, I'm not a native speaker, so I won't be able to help you become fluent all the way, but maybe I can teach you how to study. And this is one way to study. I have not played a Japanese role playing game in many years, and I don't know if this is going to be a bust or, but I think that there will probably be some words that I don't know. And even if nobody actually sees this video, I think that it will be good to give it a shot. I have played this game. I'm at level 10, so we're just going to start where I left off and see what happens. Let's get into it. All right. Okay, so the first thing that we see up here, and you remember this isn't a totally a just a playthrough video. This is mostly just to teach you Japanese. Look, I got this little cursor here that I'm going to move around. All right, so we got here Boken Osuru. Boken means adventure. Suru means to do something. O is the direct object marker. That's this thing right here. Now, I'm assuming that you kind of have some idea of Japanese. This isn't a total beginner's lesson. This is something more like what I would have liked to have seen as I was learning, something that was more towards intermediate and beginner advanced learners of the language. So I assume that you mean that well, first of all, I assume that you can read hiragana and some kanji. But this O here is the wo hiragana. It means it's a direct object marker. So I'm not going to go in very much into that kind of more basic stuff. But I say that, but I probably will. So Boken Osuru. Boken adventure, suru to do, direct object marker. What does a direct object do? It answers the question what. So what are we going to do? We're going to have an adventure. So Boken Osuru means to have an adventure. So have an adventure, my friend. Okay, and here we have Boken no Sho Otsukuru. Tsukuru means to make something. O, the direct object marker, answers what? What are we going to make? Okay, Boken no Sho. We're going to make a Boken no Sho. Boken, adventure. Sho means like a document or a save game in this case. No is a word that connects two nouns. So Boken no Sho means like an adventurer's log. Okay? And then Boken no Sho Kesu. Kesu is erase. O, direct object marker. What are we going to erase? We're going to erase the Boken no Sho. We're going to erase the adventurer's log. Let's not do that. Let's have an adventure. Okay. So my guy Isoroku, he's at level 10. I've played this game for 7 hours, as you can see. All right. So then what do we got here? Let's break this down. Whoa. Let's keep the marker small though. So Isoroku is level 10. And okay, first of all, up here, Otose Bukara no Saikai, 3D mode. So 3D mode. This is the sample version. So I can't play it in 2D. So it's in 3D. Auto save, I think you can understand what that means. And then Saikai means to restart. And then no is to connect two nouns. But this one's a little bit different because it's got this kara there. So autosave bukara. So from the autosave. And then from the autosave is considered to be a noun phrase in Japanese. And so autosave bukara no saikai means to restart from the autosave. And then down here we have just whoops. Boken no Sho. So the adventurer's log. And let's go ahead and start at the adventurer's log because I might have ruined my game between the 650 and 653. Let's see what happens. All right, so here we have Koremade no Arasuji, Ja. Okay, so as you can see, they have these unusual parentheses marks in Japanese. And Koremade means until now, and then Arasuji means like a overview. No connects these two. So Koremade no Arasuji, the story until or what has happened up until now. And then Ja is like des, da, but it's it's the way that a guy that looks like this would speak. It's old guy talk. It's Western Japanese, I think, mostly. I don't know. I could be wrong. There's going to be a lot of things that I say that are going to get disputed, and if anybody watches, if nobody sees this, then they're not going to be disputed, and I am the unchallenged authority on the Japanese language. Excuse me. All right, so what we got up here? Oops, come on now, cursor. Oh no, not that. I want to move the cursor. Hey, please. Give me a break. Okay, color source. Alright, come on now. Well, it's not going to let me move it now. I'm a beginner at this. Alright, here we go. So, red orb. The red orb. Ga, that's your subject marker. Derukadaru Shinden. Delkadar, Japanese RPGs, they have very unusual names for places. They just sound foreign. So anyway, so we're going to be talking about the Delkadar Shinden. Shinden is a holy palace, the home of the gods. A lot of these things don't really have good English translations, but Shinden is like a temple, I guess. All right. Niarute yu Joho. All right. So okay, let's go through the whole sentence. Red orb ga derukadaru shinden niarute yu Joho o deku kara kita Isoroku to Kamyu. So Isoroku is my guy. Kamyu is my NPC that's traveling with me. To means and it's a complete list and, so I don't have any other people in my group. So Isoroku and Kamyu heard from Dek. Japanese goes backwards from English more or less. Okay, so Isoroku and Kamyu heard from Dek information that states Toyu, that states the red orb, and this is where it goes back to the English phrasing. So like the back half of the sentence is going to be backwards from English, and the first half of the sentence is going to be the same order as English, more or less. This is why it's difficult. Okay, so you have Isoroku and Kamyu heard from Dek information that states Toyu the red orb ga, the red orb is in ni aru. Ni is in, aru means there is. So the red orb is in Derukadaru Shinden, so the palace or the temple of Delkadar. So what this says altogether is Isoroku and Kamyu heard from Dek information stating the red orb is in the Delkadar temple. Okay, that's how the grammar works. Once you get used to the grammar, this is all going to be a lot easier. Then after that, all you have to do is build up thousands and thousands and thousands of words of grammar. Not grammar, vocab. Okay. Next sentence. Heishi no me o saketsuzu. saketsutsu. Derukadaru Jokamachi o deta futari ga Nabuga na Mitsuren o susumu to Mitsuren ni haeteru fushigi na ne o haken suru. Okay. So this tsutsu means as they do something. So heishi no me o saketsutsu. Sakeru means to avoid something. And then heishi means soldiers. Me means like the eyes or the gaze. No is the noun and noun combining word. So heishi no me means the eyes of the soldiers. O saketsutsu. So as they avoid the eyes of the soldiers. Okay? Derukadaru Jokamachi o deta futari ga. So the couple, futari, the couple that left the Delkadar Jokamachi. So Jokamachi is like the town that automatically appears, like grows up around a castle. So it means castle town. So Jokamachi. Jo is castle, ka is below, and machi is like village or town. So Jokamachi. The town below the castle. So Delkadar Jokamachi. Odeta. They left it. Remember, O means it. O is a direct object marker. So deta is the past tense of deru. So they left it. They left the Jokamachi of Delkadar. These two guys. So the two that left the Delkadar Jokamachi. Napugana. The hardest thing for me to do is to read katakana, even today, even after 25 years of learning Japanese. Napugana Mitsuren. Mitsuren is like a closely connected, like all the trees are, it's a forest, but everything is really meshed together. Sometimes it is translated as jungle. So Napugana jungle. Mitsurin. Osusumu to Mitsurin ni haeteiru fushigi na ne o haken suru. Okay, so we're talking about the futari ga. So futari is the ga here is the subject marker. Everything before it is just fluff. Okay, you can start this sentence at the word right before ga. So futari ga napugana mitsuren o susumu to mitsurin ni haeteru fushigi na ne o haken suru. So the two people, as they advance through the Napugana jungle, they discover a mysterious root growing in that jungle. So the entire sentence gets a little bit unwieldy when you translate it into English, because it's in English it would be two sentences, but I'll go ahead and translate it as one sentence in English. Here we go. As the two who left the Derukadaru castle town, as they avoided the eyes of the soldiers, discovered a mysterious root growing in the jungle as they advanced through the Napugana jungle. Yeah, get used to that. Okay. Now, I'm going to upload more videos here, but I need to check to see if this actually works. Because this is the first time I've ever recorded anything. If it works, great. If it doesn't, I'll just tweak the settings and try again. But that's my first video, and hopefully if this cursor thing works. I don't even know if the cursor's actually recording. Hopefully it does. If you see this video, that means it did. But I will record another video here in a few minutes if it works. But that's my first video. What do you think? Hopefully it's useful. I hope that I'm not wasting anybody's time. I'm sure that videos don't get watched if they're wasting people's time. But this is what I want to do for a little while. I got a little free time thanks to the coronavirus pandemic, and I know that there's a lot of people that would like to play Japanese RPGs in Japanese, and I'm somebody that can do it, and so might as well share some of the information that I have. I've memorized a lot of words and a lot of grammar, and I'm 45 years old, almost 45 years old, and I won't be around forever. Hopefully I'll be around for another 45 years at least, but there's a lot of people that are a little bit younger than me that would like to know more about this stuff and would like to get a little bit of a fast forward kind of course, especially if you have already learned some Japanese, you understand the grammar somewhat. I think that this will be helpful to some people. It would have been helpful to me to see things just explained to them, how the grammar works especially. It's not a secret. Anyway, I'll be back if this turns out all right.